4 years. Okay. Do y'all know that y'all Israelites? Do y'all know that so-called blacks and Hispanics, we come from the same nation of people? You heard about that? Give me 2nd Ezra 13 and give me 38. No, wait. Give me 2 Kings 22 and 19 and then give me 2nd Ezra.
So the book of 2 Kings chapter 22.
I'm finna show y'all history from thousands of years ago of where y'all really come from.
So Kings 22 what?
19.
2 Kings 22 and 19.
Go ahead.
Because thy heart was tender, and thou hast humbled thyself before the Lord, when thou heardest what I spake against this place, and against the inhabitants thereof, that they should become a desolation and a curse, and hast rent thy clothes, and
22 and 19. Yeah, keep going.
also I have heard thee, said the Lord. Verse 20, behold, therefore I will gather thee unto thy fathers, and thou shalt be gathered into thy grave in place, and thy eyes shall
1 Kings 22 19. I'm sorry. Y'all brothers, bear with me for a quick second.
So the book of 1 Kings chapter 22 and verse 19.
Go ahead.
It says, so these young men of the princes of the 22 and 19. And it says, and he said, hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. And I saw the Lord sitting on his throne, all the hosts of heaven standing by him, on his right hand, on his left.
He seen the Lord sitting on the throne. He seen all the angels around him. Go ahead.
And the Lord said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up?
That's not what I want. Why am I tripping right now? 11 and 28. Excuse me, I'm tweaking right now. Y'all gotta excuse me, brothers.
11 and 28. And it says that all praise, still need to go.
All praise.
11 and 28. And he says, and the man Jeroboam was a mighty man of violence. And Solomon, seeing the young man that he was industrious, he made him ruler over all the charge of the house of Joseph.
So Jeroboam was a mighty man, a so-called Latino like you brothers, right? And King Solomon, y'all know King Solomon, King David's son, he made Jeroboam ruler over the so-called Latin tribes. Go ahead.
And it came to pass at that time when
jump down to the split. Let's get the split.
Verse 33. Because that they have forsaken me and have worshipped Asherah, the goddess of the Zidonians, Chemosh, the gods of the Moabites, and Milcom, the gods of the children of Ammon, and have not walked in my ways to do that which is right in my eyes, to keep my statutes and my judgment as did David his father. Howbeit, I will not take the whole kingdom out of his hand, but I will make him a prince of all the days of his life.
Y'all listening? All right.
For David, my servant's sake, whom I chose, because he kept my commandments and my statutes.
Where you at?
Right here. But I will take the kingdom out of his son's hand and give it unto thee, even 10 tribes.
He said, I will take the kingdom out of Solomon's hand. Solomon had jurisdiction over all 12 tribes of Israel. The prophet came to Solomon and said, I'm going to take all these tribes and I'm going to take them off your authority and they're going to be their own nation. So way back in the time of King Solomon, the so-called Southern Kingdom or Negro, Jamaican, and Haitians split from a nation with the so-called Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, etc. Honduras, right? So that was the first time we split as a nation. Every time before then, we was a whole nation of people, right? Give me what I had, 2nd Ezra 13. No, 2nd Ezra 12, 13 and 38. And then, who got a Bible on that? Brother, get me Hosea 8 and 7.
So it's the book of 2nd Ezra, right? Chapter 13 and verse 38.
Oh, no, you can jump down to 40. I think that's talking about
verse 48. It says, these are the 10 tribes.
These are the 10 tribes. The 10 tribes, the so-called Latin tribes that was taken away from Solomon. Go ahead.
Which was carried away prisoners out of their own land.
They were carried away prisoners by the Assyrian captivity. Go ahead.
In the time of Hosea, the king whom Salmanessar, the king of Assyria, led away captive.
The king of Assyria led y'all into captivity. Go ahead.
And he carried them over the waters, and so they into another land.
He carried y'all over waters, and y'all came into another land. Go ahead.
But they took this counsel amongst themselves.
Our so-called Latino brother said, look, this is what we're going to do.
That they would leave the multitude of the heathen.
He said, y'all going to leave all the heathen that was putting you in slavery.
And go forth into a further country where never mankind
And
dwelt.
y'all was gonna go into a land where nobody ever dwelt before, which is how y'all got to South America. Go ahead.
Yeah, they might there keep their statues since they never kept in their own land. And they entered to the Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river.
You entered into the Euphrates, and what happened was you guys sailed the southern coast of Africa, and you went back up, and then you went towards the northwest into America. Go ahead.
Verse 44, for the Most High didn't show signs for them.
Now get that again. It said it took them 1.5 years, right?
No, let's go.
Okay, keep going. Okay.
For the Most High didn't show signs for them.
And when y'all sailed all the way from Israel to America, God showed y'all signs in the heavens, which is why if you go into y'all history, y'all forefathers say y'all was stargazers, right? Go ahead.
And they entered to the Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river.
By the narrow passage of the river, go ahead.
For the Most High didn't show signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over.
The Lord made the oceans at peace. You know how the ocean is really dangerous. But when you guys sailed to America, the Lord showed you signs in the stars, and He made the waters still so you could have a safe trip all the way to the Americas. Go ahead.
But through that country, there was a great way to go, namely 1.5 years.
A year. That's the key point. The trip took you guys 1.5 years. Solomon came to the Americas as well in 1 Kings, the 10th chapter, and it says it took him the same amount of time, 1.5 years. Now, if you sailing somewhere from Israel, the only place that'll take you 1.5 years to get there is the other side of the world. And it's a place where never mankind dwelt. So when you use the process of elimination, it's obvious that they're saying that the 10 tribes went to the Americas. That's how you guys got to this side of the planet. But really, you guys are from Israel, the same place that we're from. Give me Hosea 8 and 7, brother.
Hosea 8 and 7. For they have sown the wind,
Give me
and they
Jeremiah
shall
3 and
reap
18.
the whirlwind. It have no stock. The butt shall yield no meal. If so it be yield, the stranger shall swallow it up.
Let me make sure that's what I want. Zachariah, what I'm looking for?
What it says?
Ephraim is a cake unturned. Give me Hosea 7 and 8. Sorry, I had it first. 7 and 8. 3 and 18.
Hosea 7 and 8.
Ephraim is the chief tribe of the 10 tribes, the so-called Mexicans, Latinos, Dominicans, etc. Go ahead.
He has mixed himself among the people.
You guys mixed yourself amongst different races of people. That's why you have those attributes today. Go ahead.
Ephraim is a cake not turned.
Now, if you put a pancake on a skillet and you don't turn it, the top of it looks white, right? But underneath it's brown.
That's
You
right.
See what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's why you guys appear light-skinned, but we know in our spirit that y'all really black like us. That's why the white man don't like y'all and he don't like us either. Because they know we're the same people, right? Right? That's why y'all can say the nigga word and we don't trip, because we know that y'all are our people.